Pinocchio. Once there was a carpenter called Geppetto. He made a wooden puppet and called him Pinocchio. How nice it would be if it were a real baby. That night, a good fairy heard him and made his wish to become real. Awake, would inanimate, now you've got a soul. She made her magic spell, touching Pinocchio with her magic wand. Pinocchio, be always a good, brave, and selfless boy, said the fairy, and one day you will be a real boy. Then she addressed to Jiminy Cricket, I appoint you to guide and counselor of Pinocchio, she added, before disappearing in a thousand flashes of light. Imagine the delight of Geppetto when he discovered that his little man of wood could move and talk. The next morning, he sent him to school like a real boy. Goodbye, son. Come back soon. Pinocchio was a little naughty, so he disobeyed. Her father went to the terrible eater, a pup eater who promised to make him famous. He enjoyed a lot of singing and dancing with the other puppets. But when the show was over, Eater shut him in a cage. Suddenly, there appeared the Blue Fairy. Why didn't you go to school? She asked. Pinocchio answered with a lie, and his nose began to grow. Only when he told the truth, the fairy freed him, and his nose was back to normal. On the way home, Pinocchio saw a coach load of kids cheering. The coachman told him that he was directed to Toyland, where the kids could do whatever they wanted. Pinocchio, come back! Jiminy Cricket ran after him, but the puppet would not listen to him. There, Pinocchio met a new boy Candlewick. The two ate as many sweets as they could and enjoyed themselves very much. But he soon discovered that in Toyland the lazy and rude kids were turned into donkeys. When it began to spring to ears and long tail, Pinocchio ran desperately, followed by his faithful friend. Jiminy Cricket together then returned to the house of Geppetto, but they found none. Who knows what had happened to him? At the moment, a dove brought them a message. While Geppetto was looking for Pinocchio anywhere, he was swallowed by a whale, and now he was his prisoner. I want to save him, decided the puppet. Arriving at the sea, he dived and dived till he found his father in the belly of the whale. But how to get out of there? So he lit a fire, and the smoke made the whale sneeze so strong that she opened its mouth. Pinocchio and Geppetto escaped unwrapped. The puppet helped his father to swim in the middle of the waves, and they finally reached the shore. But as soon as they arrived, Pinocchio, for the great effort, fainted. Grief-stricken, Geppetto took him home. The Blue Fairy awoke him, and as promised, rewarded his courage and his goodness by transforming Pinocchio into a real boy.